India clearly has enormous strengths. Good afternoon. My name is Hugo de Faure. I'm currently pursuing a Master's of Public Policy at the University of Cambridge, where my research focuses on how governments should prepare their innovation systems for AI-accelerated science. My background sits at the intersection of technology, policy, and innovation strategy for both public and private clients. I previously worked at Google DeepMind, where I helped coordinate the reporting and governance of a portfolio of about 115 frontier AI research projects. In that role specifically, I worked with leadership teams to understand how research priorities, talent allocation, and risk would shape the trajectory of scientific discovery. Before that, I worked on the French government, analyzing public spending programs and policy trade-off of about 21 billion euros portfolio. I've also worked with early-stage biotech ventures, helping them structure fundraising and strategic partnerships in emerging technology. So across these experiences, I became interested in a very simple question. Why do some countries turn scientific breakthroughs into industries and others do not? Because technological leadership is rarely just about talent or ideas, it's mostly about institutions and political economy. So my research this year, and that's why I'm here in India today, is focusing on the convergence between artificial intelligence and biotechnology. AI is dramatically accelerating scientific discovery, as we know. Systems can now predict protein structures, such as AlphaFold and the different variations of it, but also design enzymes and explore biological pathways computationally. There is, nevertheless, a bottleneck. AI can generate thousands of biological hypotheses, yet those ideas still need to be tested physically in laboratories. This is where bio-foundries come in. Bio-foundries are very excited. They automate laboratories combining robotics, ML, and experimentations to compress the life cycle of biological innovation, the design, build, test, and learn steps. They effectively turn biology into an engineering discipline and pipeline. Countries around the world are starting to treat this infrastructure as quite strategic. In the US, we've seen launched a national biomanufacturing initiative. And in the UK, for instance, we've seen massive investments in engineering biology platforms. Singapore, Italy, the EU all have their own systems to think about bio-foundries and AI in biology. In each of these cases, governments recognized that the key challenge was not discovery, it's translation. So how does India play into this? India clearly has enormous strengths, a large scientific workforce, an increasing dynamic startup ecosystem, and a strong digital infrastructure. But when we look at the institutional structure of the biology technology sector, there's a more complicated picture that emerges. One challenge that India faces is the political economy of incumbency. In many sectors of Indian biotechnology, large established players, including major pharmaceutical manufacturers, contract research organizations, and large public institutes, exert significant influence over how programs are structured and funded. That influence often manifests in ways that raise barriers to entry for new innovators. For example, when access to public programs requires participations through large institutional hubs, specialized infrastructure clusters, or consortia dominated by established organizations, smaller startups and independent research groups can find themselves effectively locked out. The result is not necessarily intentional exclusion, but structurally in India, we've observed that it can produce a system where innovation flows through incumbents rather than emerging innovators. And that matters because historically, the most disruptive breakthroughs in biotechnology have often come from small, highly experimental companies and research teams, not from established industrial structures. Innovation systems are shaped by incentives, right? If programs prioritize control, coordination, and incumbent participation, they may produce stability, but they often struggle to produce breakthrough innovation. By contrast, ecosystems that encourage entry, experimentation, and competition tend to generate far more technological dynamisms and first social good. The risk for India here is not a lack of talent. It is the possibility that institutional design unintentionally protects existing structures at the expense of emerging ones. Events like the NXT conference often emphasize narratives about technological leadership, bringing speakers about what they achieved. But real technological leadership does not emerge from narratives. It emerges from institutional choices, the hard work of setting a context for innovation rather than showcasing outliers. This is about how funding is allocated, who gets access to infrastructure, and whether new entrants can challenge the existing incumbents. To conclude, one can assess that India has almost all the ingredients needed to become a major player in AI-driven biotechnology. But unlocking that potential will require much more than ambition and shiny narratives. It will require building an innovation system that is open to experimentation, new players, accessible to new entrants, and resilient to the pressure of current industrial powers. Because in science and technology, the countries that lead are usually the ones that allow new actors to reshape the system itself. Thank you.